Hi, I'm Tim Tyler and this is a video about oracles, sages and genies. To start with, some definitions. For the purposes of this video, we'll define oracles as agents who can predict the future, sages as agents who can answer questions, and genies as agents who can grant wishes. My Matching Pennies website is mostly oriented around forecasting, so it's concerned with oracles, and this visit is intended to illustrate the position of oracles in the traditional pantheon of powerful helper agents. So to start with, here is a diagram. The least powerful creatures are at the bottom and the most powerful creatures at the top. So Oracle is the least powerful agent that I'll be considering. It can only do one thing. Given a stream of symbols, it predicts the changes of various possible symbols coming next. Sage is the next most powerful agent. A sage is able to answer questions based on information that's available to it. And genie is the term I'll be using for a powerful, intelligent helper agent. It's the most powerful of the agents I'll be considering. It has connected itself up to powerful actuators and learned how to use them. If you have an oracle, it isn't trivial to make a sage. You could attempt to create perceptions of an environment that appears to have a sage in it, and then try to print out its source code, or simply predict its answer to questions. However, this may not work too well. For one thing, if your forgery is not highly convincing, the oracle might figure out your ruse. If you have a sage, making a genie seems more practical. You can just ask the sage how to construct a genie. You might have to expose the sage to a lot of information before it can help you. However, you can ask it what information it thinks would be best to supply it with, and that should help. These agents are portrayed as general agents. However, specialised expert versions of them are also possible. So, an expert oracle might be able to tell you what was likely to happen in the future, provided you were interested in the weather. An expert sage might be able to answer any question, provided it was about the Second World War. And an expert genie might be able to grant any wish, provided that what you wished for was some kind of culinary experience. The interest in oracles and sages arises since they are cut-down versions of intelligent agents that look as though they may well be easier to construct. So oracles can be trained using machine-generated test data in a virtual environment. Sages are not so easy to construct, but they can be trained using databases of questions and answers, which could be crowdsourced with the answers being voted on. Some companies create these kinds of databases anyway to act as question-answering resources for their users. One common vision of how we will make general-purpose intelligent machines is that we'll start with a range of narrow expert machines and then gradually expand their scope so that they become more generally intelligent. Oracles and sages suggest a complementary vision, one of general-purpose agents whose capabilities start off shallow and then gradually deepen over time. Hopefully this helps to put oracles into a more familiar context. Enjoy!